What's going on, tubers? It's kind of been a minute, hey? It's your boy Gabe here, coming in from the Skeleton Crew, and I want to apologize first and foremost because I have not been I haven't been posting. I haven't been online. I haven't been very much of having any kind of social media presence. And that is because I have had a lot of time to kind of just like reflect. Also, I have been drawing a lot and tattooing people. So, and kind of like not recording it just because of like privacy stuff. But like I will kind of have like a picture slideshow. Well, I'll just show you of the things that I have tattooed so far and have tattooed myself. So it's kind of just been a minute, I suppose. I have been like trying to figure out what I want in my life, who I want in my life, and what that might look like. Recently I kind of have been just like dealing with a lot of personal things, and I kind of will get into that, let you all know what's been going on. Having said that, I have been unmasking, a lot less, and have been noticing a lot of things going on. So let's dive into it. Pull up a seat, grab some coffee or a beverage if you like. I'm gonna go grab one. Got a new mug. Thank you, coffee. Oh, good Lord. Thank you. So, I guess updates. Updates are always good. Back on my ADHD medication. Finally being able to adjust accordingly with that. It does kind of get away from me once in a while where I will just hyper focus on one thing and one thing only, which is good because let's face it, I try to do like multiple things at a time and never get any of them done. So being able to focus on one thing and getting something done with it has been really awesome. For example, like my YouTube channel. Recently have new subscribers, so that's exciting. Hey y'all. I wanted to kind of just open the floodgates, I guess, what have you. I have kind of like a broken down, it's like a list, not a list. Yeah, let's call it a list. Okay, let's call it a list. A little list of the things that I kind of want to just speak about today. Again, this is all on personal experience. This is all just how I view my world and the world beyond that. So yeah, this is me being very vulnerable and kind of nervous actually. Before I got on here, I was even kind of just like contemplating, like, should I postpone this? Because I feel really nervous. I feel super nervous, but that's okay. You're allowed to be nervous. You're allowed to have feelings. You're allowed to feel things. You're allowed to go through things. You're allowed to process things however you process. And more power to you if you can recognize it and process it, because that poop stuff is hard. It's not the soft kind of poop either, where it just kind of like goes away. It's the rock hard poop and it just stinks. It's right there. I know what I'm talking about. I know you know. Okay, going back to what I was going to talk about. Kevin is asleep as always. Well, not as always, but he's chilling. Let's finally get into it. Have any of y'all felt like the odd one out in your family? Like, family events are, uncomfortable for you, and you just would not rather, I don't know. For me recently, that's just kind of how it has been. Not masking with my family has kind of gotten me into a little bit of trouble, not gonna lie. Well, I don't know if you can call it trouble, but like, yeah, it's not good. have recently, I don't know how to put this. Now that I'm not masking anymore, things just kind of come out of my mouth that I think. And it kind of has put a rift in between my family and I. And I don't know if that happens to other people on the spectrum. Like, has anybody else been later diagnosed as an adult? Has anyone else kind of like felt, not in a sense, alienated? Because like, I don't think I'm being alienated. At least I don't know that I am. If I am being, shut out, as it were. But I'm not too sure. Not too sure. So getting into more detail here, family stuff and autism. That's the point, the basis, the whole, marshmallow. I don't know why I thought of a marshmallow. Anyway, random thoughts. That's just like where I'm going to be going with this video. Anyway, let's go. Now that I haven't been masking anymore, I've noticed a lot more things that I never really paid attention to before, or that I never really wanted to pay attention to before. It's, I guess, like, when it comes to my family and, like, I did let them know that I was on the spectrum and, like, what that pretty much means. And, this explains, like, my behavior for all of my life, pretty much. And most of my fam, that's not immediate, doesn't know that I'm on the spectrum. They just think I'm fucking weird. Or don't really like me because I can't really stop myself from telling the truth anymore. Like I said, that's kind of developed into a rift, I feel like, in a way. So, coming off as an asshole, that's not exactly what I want to come across as, because that's not what I am trying to convey at all. And the more I unmask, the more I realize that. The more I realize, okay, I can see how that would look like I was attention seeking, or making it about me, or what have you. And as you can tell, it's like getting to me. So what I need to do, what I want to do, is get it off my chest. And this is a way of getting that off my chest, so I can actually just like try my hardest to explain what I'm going through in here, so it doesn't look so messed up when I try to execute it, if that makes sense. I don't know. I hope it does. One that I often get called is being too sensitive, and I take things too personally. Well, yes and yes, because I feel things on an intensity level 1,000 times more than anybody else that is like not inside my brain. If like you're going off of how I'm feeling, like that's not cool. That's how I'm processing things, and I understand that it can come off intense and scary to you, but understand that it's worse inside my head. It's so much worse. The best way I often describe it is somebody has opened my skull and is pouring sand inside my brain, along with white noise, everything and anything at once, and I'm instantly overwhelmed, and I just can't do it. I can't bring myself down to a level of calm to have that level of communication with you. I just like, I can't do it. I can't do it like y'all. I wish I could, man. That would be so dope. It'd be like, oh my goodness, like a superpower, you know? It is what it is, right? But we call it autism, and it's a spectrum. And because of that, and because of the misinformation, the miscommunication. I don't often get invited to family gatherings as much anymore because, I come across as that to them, and it really does suck because I miss them. I miss my family. But at the same time, I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. I don't want to make them have to worry about me, because like the general consensus I get from my family is like they're just worried about me, and they're gonna worry that they're gonna find me unalived myself in my apartment or something, when that couldn't be further from the truth. I am learning myself. I am learning how to actually take care of myself for the first time in my life. And if that means I don't get invited to family gatherings as much anymore, then I guess that means that I don't. That's okay too. That's okay too. I'm learning a lot of patience and a lot of forgiveness. Not only just within myself, but with other people that I normally would just be, uncomfortable with. And it's not anything personal. It's nothing personal like that. That's just my tism is what I normally go to, just because for me, I just don't like being around the uncomfortable silence. And I know that follows me wherever I go. It's like shadow, especially when it comes to meeting new people. And I don't want to be like that, but that's just how I am, I'm quiet. I'm usually very shy and very much reserved, but I don't look like that. I don't look like I would be. No. But I am. I'm a 35-year-old adult who has autism, ADHD, depression, and anxiety, and I'm learning how to unmask all of the traits that I have mimicked, mirrored, and copied throughout the years, because that's what I genuinely thought that people did. I thought that people copied each other. And to a point they do, but not to the point where you don't know who you are anymore. You don't recognize your own self. You don't even think you have your own personality. That's what I thought. I thought I didn't have my own personality. I've learned that most folks don't want to spend time with me. They want to spend time with the character I masked as. And that's a quote from @G on the Spectrum on Instagram. That really struck me because, 150%. I've learned that people don't want to hang out with me. They want to hang out with the character I created. And that really it's hard to put that mask away, because I still want to fit in. I still want to be accepted for who I am, but I know that won't ever come if I force it. That won't ever come if I don't show my true colors, which is what I'm doing now. Unfortunately, some people don't like it, and that's okay. Not everybody's gonna like you. That's okay. Having unmasked now, I find it extremely difficult to do daily tasks that, 10 years ago I would have been able to do, just because I was masking heavily and didn't realize it at all. Not masking has made me realize that the daily tasks that I do have to do overwhelm me, making me paralyzed with anxiety, so I just don't do them. And it's really, really difficult. But I know that it needs to get done, otherwise it's just gonna pile up and pile up and pile up, and it's just I'm not gonna be able to get away from it. And I'm realizing now as well that I do need support for these daily things. And I know that posting this, I will probably get heavily judged because I do need help with these daily things now. I get scared. I'm just like scared. Like, I know I'm gonna get judged because these easy things, these easy tasks, I find debilitating. But I have to make a plan of action. That's what I'm doing. All people on the autism spectrum are different. Autism isn't just one way and you have autism. No, it's not. It's not. That's why it's called a spectrum. This is my way of communicating. Trying to get my voice out there. My real voice. Real Gabe out there. So y'all can meet me someday. I'm realizing now that because I did used to heavily mask so much, my family's so used to that person, that mask. All folks on the autism spectrum are different, so they're gonna look different. We're gonna behave differently. We're gonna have different stims. We're gonna have different mannerisms. We're gonna have different behaviors. We're gonna have different triggers that will trigger a autistic meltdown, something of that nature to them. And I want to really make this sink in with y'all, because autism isn't just one way. It's all the ways. Because I feel like my fam only has one view of what autism looks like to them, what it sounds like, feels like. They are less inclined to accept that I have autism. And I understand that because I did so heavily mask to the point where I thought the mask was me, you know? And it wasn't. The person behind the mask is me. Hello. And he's pretty cool. I think so. Kevin thinks the same Kevin seems to think so. I hope he does anyway. Yeah, he does. Yes, I talk to him like he's a puppy because he's my baby. Going back to what I was saying, they are less inclined to accept that I have autism, I am autistic, I have this wonderful gift that allows me to hyper focus on things and make things beautiful and help me think outside the box. And because of that, I find it incredibly difficult to do normal daily tasks that other people would find easy, whereas I find them not. I find great difficulty in it. Just coming to the end of my notes. Because I've wanted to communicate this to my family, and I know like it could come across to them that like I'm talking down to them or making it about me. I am wanting just to I just want to help them understand me better so I can become closer to them. And that's all I've ever wanted. But I also understand that sometimes that doesn't necessarily always work out. You don't get invited to family gatherings because you miscommunicate with them and things are taken in the wrong context. And because we both take things in the wrong context, both people shut down as a result, you know? And neither one party wants to hear the other one, and it just becomes difficult. I understand that I can be difficult to communicate with. I understand that, and I want to be better about that. I want to try to communicate better with everybody that I come into contact with, and anybody that I get the honor of tattooing and sharing their story, hearing their story, and I'll be able to share mine with them if they want to listen. So that's what this video is about. I want to be heard. I want to be loud and proud with my autism, and it might get a little lonely at times, but like, I know there are better days ahead. I know there will be, especially if I keep going. I know that I do have a place out there, and I know where I do belong. It's just about getting back to where I belong. I'm gonna try and blog this journey back home. Y'all get to see that and see where this journey takes me. So with that being said, I will end it there, and remember to take care of yourself. And if you don't know how to, that's okay. We're all on the same wavelength when it comes there. I'm still learning how to take care of myself. I'm still learning how to love myself, and it's okay. I will see you in the next one, y'all. Bye.